Okay, so if you look at this scene, and just like anything else that has doodles, they are basically characters that are in disguise as products on like a shelf, and the logos and everything form the faces. It all requires electrical perception. So when you see the bigger picture, you'll realize that they make up an entire sheet of consciousness, and there's no space between spaces like that. So if you squint your eyes at this picture, you will see it's nothing but a giant face. And you see the cheeks and the nose and the yellow thing. You can see that it's just a face. So the whole idea that there's space between spaces is the reason why you can't break into another single dimension called the fourth dimension, or see the extra dimension on top of the third dimension that would be like ships and all kind of stuff happening around us. So we can't see. So here's another example of it being one dimensional extra. The fourth dimension is a single dimension by itself. If you get close to things, they become electrically charged with a light body that makes it look more dimensional. Now, the Hollywood, she has the ability, she has a light body also, but she has a flesh body just like us. So I've seen her as a human form in the third dimension, and I've seen her 3 or 4 times, literally like materialize into a flesh. So she could. The idea that they are hindered by that is probably a protocol of rule that they're just honoring because of how things were set up before. But as you see, the post next to her is looks like a flat cutout, and that's what I'm saying. This is an extra dimension that sits on top of the third dimension that gives it the full spectrum of dimensions. Otherwise, by itself, it appears to be a world of flat things that become whole once indulged. As you can see here, these doodles, they're sitting on something that appears to be flat, which looks like an end of a car or a Cadillac or something like that. But it's flat. But if you're in this world, this stage, this world looks like a stage, and that's probably why they said that. That things have only yet to be perceived a certain kind of way. So we were brainwashed to see things in a far in extreme perception, that there are spaces between spaces, that there is no flat area. This world is a lot like the optical illusions. When you see people in the woods and then it look like two skeleton heads and the whole scene is, that's what this world is. But if you can't see that, then you can't peer into other dimensions. When things become flat, just turn the page. Simple as that, and you're breaking in through another dimension. Same thing here. Frank's car on Cool World, it's flat. But then, as soon as they indulge the fact that they need to go somewhere, it's a three-dimensional car that looks real, and they can travel in it. But it's really just what appears to be a prop. You can even see it from the front side, the side, and it looks fake, like somebody drew it. But it's real. See what I'm saying? So, with that being said, in the third dimension, the other dimension that's hiding is a fact of having electrical perception. Once your perception is there, it becomes tangible that there's a page to be turned. Welcome to Grimnasty TV.